It's nuts.
Kind of like how I pay for Peacock, but not the premium.
Don't do
Five
it.
dollars, $5 a month, $5 a month, still commercials. What is that about?
I don't want to go there. It's going to make me rage.
Can
One
someone
day.
please explain to me how that's acceptable? I keep
Yeah, because it
meaning,
used to be if like it can be free with ads, we'll be okay with that.
yeah, oh yeah, like YouTube.
Well, I'll tell you why it's acceptable is because of the same people who tip for takeout. You know, like they'll get takeout coffee and they tip. Those people who don't complain or just if you can monetize those people, why wouldn't you? If you could take
Well,
the
yeah,
piss, why wouldn't you?
that is
So
a
it's
bit,
actually not Peacock's fault. It is the consumer's fault.
so what is that called? Is it called tipping or something? No, there's a proper term for it. So you'll go somewhere now and you'll just like a poke place or Subway, for example. You get your
Mhm.
Subway and they hand you the card reader and it asks you if you want to tip. And most of the time I'd be pressured into like, oh, I've got a tip. But it's kind of gone crazy now with this, right? Where like the whole idea of tipping was you're tipping for not just service but good service. But now
Right.
it seems, I think since the pandemic, just everyone is trying to make money back, and just everywhere I go now, it's like you go buy ice cream, it's asking for a tip. You just, but there's been no service. You're kind of like, what am I tipping for?
Yeah, it's insane, and people do tip though.
People
And
do.
if you tip for takeout, you're the reason why there's Peacock with ads that you pay for.
I went and got a haircut the other day, and I normally tip the barber, but again, it's kind of an odd thing because it's kind of like you're tipping for service, but you're already paying for the service, right? Of having your haircut, I guess. But either way, just tip. I'm here to, I'm not here to make enemies, of course. And he gave me the card reader, did a good job, gave me the card reader, and it comes up with the suggested tips. And the suggested numbers, the only options it gave me, other than custom tip, was 35%, 40%, and 45%. And the haircut is already like $40. And it,
45%, like half of the price on his tip is just insane. And I got a takeout coffee that was $2.99,
right,
and the suggested tips weren't percentages;
right.
they were flat figures. And the first one was $3, and that's a penny. That's a cent more, right?
Than what you
And
pay
it
for the
costs
coffee.
yeah, so 100% tip for a takeout coffee.
I tell you one thing that really, to this day, I still think about, and it kind of makes my blood boil. I took my mum and her partner at the time to like a fancy kind of breakfast place. Got a really nice breakfast, and the bill came, and we left a tip. And then I later worked out that they'd already put the tip in there as it is in the bill. They put it in automatically, and I wasn't aware. So essentially double tipped. That's cheeky, huh?
That's very cheeky.
If
I
they're
reckon.
gonna add it like automatically to the bill, at least have the decency to tell them, you know?
Yeah, and why would they set the tip? Why are they the arbiter of how well or how poorly they've done?
I mean, I think it's kind of standard for tables of six tip. Typically, they'll
Yeah.
add the bill automatically. But there's three of us. It was breakfast, and they just put it in there. I guess some places just do that. I don't really. I mean, if you're listening and you know the answers, let us know. But yeah, that's a thing.
We feel so strongly about this that I reckon after this we should also start up a consumer advocacy podcast. What do you reckon?
Well, you know what? I'm big into to tipping for good stuff, and if someone does really good service or whatever else, feel like I'm a good tipper. I always tip sort of if it's good service. I mean, anything from 25 to whatever. Here's an extra 20, whatever it might be. Um, I do believe in that, but yeah, this kind of card reader forcing you into it, and they hand it to you, and they're looking at you like, I'm being forced to tip just for grabbing an ice cream. So, so like at bars, it's you tip. They say like $1 a drink, right? But
They
then
say not anymore. They say that's too cheap on you now. Those days of $1 a drink are dead.
because it was $1 a drink, but with food, obviously, it says typically what 20% or whatever. But it used to be 10, used to be 15, 20. But all these other places have kind of added the average of a food service as their standard, like 20%, if that makes sense. So if I buy my ice cream, I should tip 20%. It's like, well, it's 20% for table service when you have someone serving you at table the whole entire meal. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be a bit different if it's like, oh, $1 for the whatever. I don't know. We're going completely off topic here.
I can't remember what started this off. Oh, Peacock. It's always Peacock, isn't it?
It is.